What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? This is gonna be RuPaul's Drag Race Vegas live, or the live Vegas show, or however they word in the child. Episode 3. So it's the day after opening day, and everything is great. We left off with them at the after party. So the next morning they have to do press. So they had to get up early. They did it. They got through it. And it seemed like the press loved the show, and they didn't show any negative, statements or anything like that. Everything was cool. So then we have Asia, Naomi, and Cameron. They all hanging out, going to the gym together. And they have this whole long thing where Asia's talking about how they're sisters and how, they're really good friends. And, she's the closest to the two of them. And how the three of them have traveled together. And how her and Naomi know each other so well. And so Naomi is like, And again, I don't know, I feel like this segment was just produced. Like, it was just... So Naomi says to Asia, so are your parents coming to the show? And Asia's like, my parents are dead. And Naomi's like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that. And I'm thinking to myself, now you sat here and just went through this whole thing about how you and Naomi are such good friends and y'all have traveled the world together and how you guys are like, you feel like a sisterhood with them. I knew your parents were dead because you said it on the show. I don't even know you. Then she goes on to talk. Well, Asia goes on to talk about how she said that her mom died because her mom was just really sick, had some genetic issues, and how father probably sounded like died of a broken heart. That dad became a drug addict after the mom died, and they're really not sure if his death was accidental or if he took his life. Again. Y'all RuPaul super fans, let me know in the comments. I thought Asia said that they died in a car accident. Am I wrong? Did I remember that wrong? I really thought she said that her parents died in a car accident. Because I think I remember thinking, damn, she lost both her parents at the same time. I thought that's what I remember. But again, that was a few years ago. And again, I'm not going to go back and fact check myself. Y'all let me know. So then... she says, and please, you guys don't say anything because I don't really want Brad to know. Brad is her fiance. First of all, you know this. You got this on camera, right? So he gonna find out. 2, you were like, well, I just don't want him to know. Like, he knows my parents died, but I just don't want him to know that there's like some, that there may be some mental illness in my family or drug. Like you just want to look good on paper, and I get that part of it. And Cameron said something about, she had, if she doesn't want to share everything, she doesn't have to. I get that part too. But the flip side of that is, this is the person you said you want to spend the rest of your life with. Like, I feel like y'all shouldn't have those kinds of secrets. That's just me. Maybe I think about marriage differently, but wow, like, that's crazy. Anyway, so, but hey, your relationship, baby. So then Naomi wants to be a little messy, right? She wants to gossip a little bit. And she's like, so who do you guys think is the weakest link? And Asia was like, okay, well, that's a loaded question. We got categories? Like, what are you talking about? And Cameron was like, see, the thing about asking questions like that is that you might not like the answer you get. And as soon as she said that, in my mind, I'm thinking, ooh, Cameron. So Asia was like, well, I mean, what are your categories? So she's going to say, well, what about, being a team player? And Asia said, well, honestly, I think you are. You were late to the opening night. You were late to rehearsal, And I think her explanation is so valid. She says, listen, you are like the Beyonce. It's a fly here. You are like the Beyonce in this group. Meaning, you're not going to participate in anything that you don't think will benefit you. She said the other day we were in rehearsal, you had a nail appointment, and you were like, okay, well, it's 4 o'clock. I got a nail appointment. I'm out. And you left rehearsal. We weren't done. And Naomi is just sitting there like, oh. Because, again, that's not what you thought. You thought she was going to dish on the other 3 girls that aren't there. You thought she was going to say, Vanjie or Derek Barry so that y'all could gossip about that. You didn't expect her to say you. And Asia's thing was, well, I thought we were friends. Like, I thought we could just be honest with each other and say it. Like, I'm not trying to have any malice or anything, but I'm just saying. So that later on that night in rehearsal, Naomi shows up in full makeup. She got ready at home because she doesn't want to be in her dressing room. And then she goes into Derek Barry and Vanjie's dressing room, and she is just like, Evie Ollie's, and she's just like, so, and she tells him about the whole weakest link statement. And she does say teamwork. Like, she does say in that category. She doesn't say, like, the whole show. And she said, it's just a negative vibe. Asia, she gets so worked up, and Asia just be snapping at people, and she goes off, and I just can't, like, I need zen, I need calm. It's just not the best environment for me to try to get myself together. Like, it just doesn't work for me. And so I did my makeup before I came, so I wouldn't have to necessarily be in the dressing room. And of course, Derek Barry's like, oh my gosh, that's so terrible. Why would she do that? Oh my gosh, Asia is just, she's just so, oh wow, that's just a lot. Oh, okay. And of course, Naomi is like, I am not a weakest link. I am this. I am the supermodel. I am this. I am that. And again, I whatever. And I guess if it were me, I would probably feel that same. Like, nobody wants to hear that somebody thinks they're the weakest link. Like, nobody wants to hear that. But I think you should have listened more to what her explanation and took it in a constructive way, because I don't think Asia was mean when she said it, and I don't think she said it in a nasty way to you. So then Derek Barry and the boyfriends take Vanjie out to a local club, Charlie's, which is like a gay cowboy club, to help her meet some people, because Vanjie is single and looking to mingle. Now I think Derek misunderstood what Vanjie is looking for, right? Derek was trying to get Vanjie laid. Vanjie said she's looking for a boyfriend. And, she was like, listen, when people approach me, I'm Jose. I'm not Vanjie. She said, when people approach me as Vanjie, then that automatically makes me feel like they're a fan and they're not somebody looking to get to know me. Like, I'm Jose. That's my name. Vanjie is what I do. That's my stage name. And, they were meeting people and taking shots and all that good stuff. And Derek kept trying to, like, oh, you got this guy. You have this guy. Oh, this guy. And there was this one guy there who looked like Lance Bass from NSYNC. And he really did. He did look like him. And so then they end up giving... I'm so sorry. Then they end up giving Vanjie, like, this lap dance from, like, all these different guys. And Vanjie was like, okay, that's it. I'm done. Like... And he told Derek, listen, like, I'm offended. Like, she didn't say I'm offended, but he was just like, you're taking this as a joke, and it's not a joke for me. Like, I really am looking for love. Like, I'm not looking for a one-night stand. It's not a joke. You got me here. She said, even if there was some guys here that I was interested in, I'm no longer interested, because the whole lap dance thing, like, that doesn't turn me on. Like, listen, I really am an old soul romantic. I want somebody to date me. Like, I don't want somebody to roll up on me and try to have sex with me. Like, that is just not what's fun for me. So Derek was like, oh, okay. And, you could tell Vanjie was really irritated. Like, Vanjie was not happy. So the next day, Derek takes Vanjie out to lunch, and he's apologizing. He was like, listen, I'm sorry. I apologize if I just, like, took it as a joke. Like, I really... when I got home, I really realized, that I kind of, dropped the ball a little bit, and I'm sorry. I don't want you to ever think that I'm, making light of what's going on or making fun of your situation. But I thought we were just having fun. So, I'm sorry, Then he says, don't be mad at me. I invited somebody to join us. So after you did that whole apology, then you set me up on a blind date. And it's Lance Bass, whatever the boy's name is. I mean, that's not his real name, but that's who he is. Then he leaves them in the middle with a fake ass, oh, sorry, I got a text. I gotta go. And of course, it was like, wah, wah, wah. Because, like Vanjie said, there was just no chemistry there. Like, there's no chemistry. Like, I'm really looking for somebody to date. Like, I'm just, So, So Evie is actually working on a music project. She wants to make a rap album, and she wants to get into burlesque. So there's a burlesque show that's across the hall from their show, and she goes over there and she ends up, rehearsing with the people over there. She said she'd never really seen burlesque, and so she wants to kind of get a vibe for it. So that was cute, And Evie has actually dropped a couple of, I know she dropped at least one video. I ain't gonna say couple, but I know she dropped at least one rap video in this quarantine situation. So we had that. So then we have, we go back and we see them getting ready for the show again. And of course, it's, they're just talking about how they're grateful to, you know, kind of be moving, you know, they sort of getting the kinks out and everything is great and, you know, blah, blah, blah. Naomi, once again, is in their dressing room. And so Derek is like, listen, I want us to all go and hang out. Let's go to the penthouse, you know, after the show. Let's bring the pit crew and we can kind of all get to know each other. Now, Naomi's got a little crush on one of the pit crew people. And, so they get up there, they're having a pajama party. So all of them are in their pajamas. They got on onesies and stuff like that. And it's a cute vibe, you know. Because they have the penthouse like that green room where they can, you know, I guess for different events, whatever, they can go up there and get dressed. So they have access to it, and it was cool. So they're all making drinks, and Asia notices that Naomi and Derek are all of a sudden buddy. She was like, wait a minute, they're like making drinks for each other, and they're all up on each other, like not sexually buddy, but like buddy, you know. So then, they decide they're going to play Truth or Dare. You know, they're having drinks. They're going to play Truth or Dare. So the first dare is that Naomi has to kiss Derek's feet. And she does a whole cute thing with each toe is a different Britney Spears song. And it was cute or whatever. I'm not, I just had to take the consequence. It's Truth or Dare. So whatever the consequence is, take a shot, whatever I got to do. Shit, I'm not kissing nobody's damn feet. Anyway, but it was fun. She did it. So then Evie had, it was Evie's turn. So she dared Naomi to kiss the pit crew guy that she's got a crush on. So that was cute, honey. She immediately took out her chapstick and got ready for that kiss. And it was cute. They had their little kiss and everything. And, you know, it was whatever. So then Derek Barry gets a turn. And it's on Asia. And Asia was like, I'll take Truth. Like, I'm not taking the dare. I'll take the Truth. So he's like, oh, wow. Okay, perfect. So he's going to say to Asia, well, you said that Naomi was the weakest link. Asia was like, who did I say that to? She's like, I said it to you. She's like, well, no, you didn't say it to me, but I know you said it. She said, okay, but I didn't say it to you, right? She said, yeah, but you said it. And you said that. She was like, well, how do you know what I said? You weren't there. And I love because the fact Asia never raised her voice. Asia was like, but you weren't there. She was like, well, I mean, you said that Naomi was the weakest link. And she was like, that's not what I said. And that's not what she said. It was a category. And she said the weakest teammate. She didn't say the weakest link like the weakest link of the whole show. That's not what she said. So then she says, well, you know, Naomi doesn't even feel comfortable in y'all's dressing room because she said that you just sucked the life out and the vibe is just so bad. And I'm like, Derek Barry, you are a messy bitch. First, you had the whole situation with Nebraska and that whole thing. Then you had the situation with Vanjie, and I feel like you was being messy with that. Now you got this whole situation with Asia. That's not your, like... And even Naomi was like, well, wait, like, I wanted to have that conversation with her. Like, I didn't ask you. I was just coming to you to vent. Like, ain't nobody asked you to put your 2 cents in. And so Asia got upset. And Asia was like, you know, well, I thought that I could talk to you. Like, I thought you were like my sister. And I thought that we could talk to each other like that. And I really wish you had come to me. And Asia got upset and she started crying. And she got up and left. And you know what? Listen, I don't blame Asia. I probably would have left too. Because I would have been like, I would have felt sort of ganged up on because the way Derek was coming, like, it wasn't a fun, light, whatever. Like, you were really coming for her. And over something that, it wasn't your conversation to have. And then you exaggerated the situation, you know, and made it seem like that, that's why Naomi doesn't want to be in the room with Asia because of what Asia said. And that's not totally it. She was having problems with Asia's personality, which is still a conversation she should have with Asia. That's not your conversation to have with her. Baby, Asia got her ass up. She took her shit and she left. And you know what? I don't blame her. I don't blame her. Okay? Anyway, that was where it ended, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.